Hello and welcome to the Change Gang podcast with me, your host, Laura Ordile. I'm here to help you hold on to your sanity and your soul as you move through big change. I'm here to guide you from frustration to flow in your life, bridging the practical and the woo, just for you. Let's go. Hello, welcome to the Week Change Gang. I'm glad you're here, and I have an amazing, wonderful person with me today. I'm happy that she's here. We're going to chat about her experience of working with me. So obviously she was a fun client that I am so glad I got to spend time with, and she actually was the one that said, we should talk about this on your podcast. You should share about your clients. So she very graciously agreed to come on and have a conversation with me. Thanks for being here, Belinda.
Oh, it's wonderful to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, well, absolutely. And it was your idea, so I called you on it and said, let's do this. So we worked together for a good while, and I would say we still kind of chat, and I call you my friend, and I'm super happy that you're still in some of the circles in my life, and I'm glad you're here. You came to me. Let's just kind of start at the beginning, because I'll let you share a little bit about how you found me and why you decided to work with me.
Well, I actually found you on Facebook when I did Facebook. And I signed up for one of your newsletters, and after reading some of the posts that you sent, there was an invitation to work with you. So I thought, I'm going to give this a shot because I've been looking for someone who could help me with some of my stuff. I've been trying to get to know myself a little bit better. And I thought that I'll give you a call and at least do the discovery chat and see if there's anything that kind of resonated. And I did. And I thought that the first phone call, I felt like you really got me a little bit better than some of the other people that I tried to work with. So I said, okay, let's give it a shot. Let's jump in. So I did both feet, and it's been fantastic.
Oh, thank you. I think it was fantastic too. Yeah, we did jump in. We jumped in to my personalized package that's built just for you, to work with you, to really move you from one place to another. I was so happy that we got to spend that much time together and work together on all the different things, because although there's a little bit of an initial plan, it kind of goes depending on the person. And we talk every time we get together. We talk a little bit about where you are and how's it going, and we adjust a little bit. And I know that some of those first sessions that we did, as always with everyone that comes to work with me, were hypnosis. I don't think you had ever had hypnosis before, had you?
I had not. It was something that I was sort of interested in learning how to do myself, but I didn't know that much about it. So first couple sessions, I was actually a little bit apprehensive. What if I do this wrong? So it probably took me a couple sessions to relax enough to really get into it.
And then how'd it go for you from there?
I think I was trying to remember. There was one session where it just seemed like everything just came together. And I felt so wonderful afterwards. I don't remember exactly what you were guiding me through, but it's just, it was like a light switch that changed just all of a sudden. It was like, I get it now. I just felt so relieved. It's kind of difficult to explain because I can't remember exactly what was going on during the session.
I have so many people that say that, and I think people come in and I'll even mention it to them sometimes. You'll know there'll be a difference, and they don't believe me, but then it happens and they're like, oh my God, that's exactly right. And sometimes they don't know. They don't know what happened in that process. They don't remember anything, but they know something's changed, and it's like a switch, just like you said. You come out of it, it's like, oh, boom, something's different now.
Yeah. And then after that, there were a couple more sessions, and it just got so much easier after that. It was amazing.
The process is amazing. Thank you. I will take the compliment. But I love the work that I do, and I love the changes that people get to see in their life. To me, it's amazing to watch those changes. And I've got to watch you change in that process and really find a new version of you. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about the changes? What are some of the changes that have happened in your life for you?
Well, I think that before this series of meetings with you, I was feeling very alone and not felt like I wasn't seen. Going through this with you, I kind of understood first that I wasn't broken. And second, I don't have to worry so much about pleasing everybody else. I was definitely a people pleaser, and that hasn't gotten me very far. So I like that now I feel more confident in saying what I want versus trying to make everybody else happy.
I love that. That's so important. That's so important to be able to just say what we want. Be so difficult. It can be so hard because of so many things, because you were told to not talk like that or not say those things or not be selfish or whatever it was throughout life, or because there was conflict if you said it at some point. And so you just didn't. It's all different for every person. And we all have things in our lives that establish the way we are going forward. Did that kind of enlighten a little bit for you moving forward? Or was it just like, oh, it's different now? Did you remember some of the stuff and have some of the aha moments during some of those sessions?
I did have a lot of aha moments, especially about the way that I saw things when I was younger and realizing, wait a minute, I didn't have to put up with that. I have the right to be me. I don't have to, again, back to this people pleasing. I don't have to do what everybody else says. I don't have to follow a certain blueprint that somebody else has laid out for me.
Absolutely.
I get to do what I want.
You do. Good on you. That's exactly right. And that's so empowering and so important. And I think it gets lost. Unfortunately, especially a lot for women, it gets lost. Mm-hmm. And because we're always in some version of who other people expect us to be and who society expects us to be. And it happens for men too. Absolutely. I work with men all the time too that have that same thing happen. But as a woman, I understand a little bit about the expectations that kind of come with being the woman and being out there in the way that being seen, not heard, or being who someone else wants you to be. It's never an easy thing. So in your journey in there, we also did some astrology because that's a part of the program that you chose. And how did that feel for you? What did you expect with that? And was it different than you expected?
It was different than I expected, but in an absolutely amazing, wonderful way. I had no idea that doing my astrology chart would paint such an accurate picture of who I really am and really, really open my eyes to understand that I am the way that I am on purpose.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd gotten a lot of criticism throughout my life about being a certain way. And to understand, no, you're built this way and it's okay, was such a relief,
I love that part because it is, because even in my own life and my kids' lives and people close to me, I look at when I learn to do that and I look at their chart, it's like, oh my goodness, it is how they're meant to be, how I'm meant to be. And it made a difference. And it is a relief to go, oh, okay, I wasn't this bad person all along, or I didn't have these bad traits. They were traits that were important to who I am, and they have a purpose in my life. And I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. To understand that I had a purpose all along was so liberating.
Yes, I feel that way about it too. And it's so interesting because I get really passionate when I talk to people about that part of it with astrology. And I think they sometimes are like, wow, they think of the horoscope or they think of something and I start telling them about that and it's like, oh goodness, I had no idea that it could do all that and share all that information. And that's what I love about it. And I'm so happy that when I get to work with people in the way that we work together, that's the initial part that we go in and do. We take a look at who you are and all the amazing things about you and the difficult things, because it's important to know you probably struggle with this a little bit. Here's how to make it fit into your life in a good way, because we can bring the good or the bad side, the difficult side, I'll say not bad. I don't using that word, the difficult side or the difficult energy of our chart into our lives. And so if I can show someone, bring the better side in, pull this energy in a little bit and see what happens, I think it shifts everything. It shifts.
Yeah.
So that's wonderful. I love that. Thank you. Thanks for sharing those wonderful words about that. Basically, overall, how do you feel like it went in our time together?
I have definitely noticed some changes in me since we started. I don't think if I sit and think about it, I do see some changes. I kind of feel like, okay, well now I feel differently. I want to move a little bit faster.
And you're still in your life that you were in. And so it is about, ooh, I am this different person. Why isn't my life different right now?
Right.
That kind of takes a little bit of time for things to catch up, to be in there. But moving through life as that different person, I think you become more aware of what the opportunities are, what's there. And sometimes it is a learning process to negotiate your life as the new version of you. It does take a little time to not, how would I put this? Well, we had a little bit of a conversation the other day where we, as a person, we move in our life in the way that we have for so long. We have habits, we have expectations. And so we had the expectation of feeling a certain way or being in a certain way when we go do this thing. And so we step into it with that expectation, even though the new version of us is like, oh no, that's not who I am anymore. Mm-hmm. So it is a learning process, even though you've changed the learning process to change the way you move in life after that, I think.
Yes. There are a lot of opportunities that I'm seeing for myself now that like I said, I wish it would move a little bit faster, but I'll get there.
You will get there. You will get there. So overall, working together in the time that we spent together, did the work that we did together meet your expectations of going into it?
Oh, so with working with you, I do think that not only did they meet my expectations, they exceeded it, because I wasn't really quite sure what to expect as we were going in. So I was trying to go in with an open mind. There have been some wonderful results with working with you, which I'm so extremely grateful for. I mean, especially with the hypnosis, because I didn't know what to expect. And part of me was a little bit skeptical about it working. And so when I did have that breakthrough, it's just, again, I can't explain the difference and the relief that brought. I just didn't think that was going to work for me. And I remember you saying, oh, it'll work.
Trust me.
I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Laura, okay. Well, thanks for hanging in there and trusting me. I appreciate that so much.
Absolutely.
In knowing how we work together and knowing what we do you feel like you're comfortable recommending working with me to other people?
Absolutely. I think that the process is amazing. And I love the fact that the program was personalized so that you really zeroed in on me as opposed to just some cookie cutter thing. If someone were to approach you looking for real, concrete change, I think they'd be in very good hands working with you. Absolutely, I would recommend you to someone.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I know coming on and talking about this and saying these things, and some people will go, well, of course she's going to say that because she's on there with you. But you'd be surprised. Some people will say simply yes or mm-hmm or And that's okay. But when you're honest and I can hear from you that the things that you're saying, you've thought through and you're saying in all honesty. And I know you, and you have very high integrity. And I appreciate that you came on and were willing to say the things that you said. Truly, I appreciate it.
Well, again, thank you again for inviting me. I would recommend you or till the cows come home.
Well, on that, we'll just leave it at that. Recommending till the cows come home. That's the best one yet. That's the best one I've ever had. I appreciate that. All right. Well, there you go, Change Gang. I just wanted to share a little bit of what it's like to work with me and to share a little bit of the aha moments that somebody's had in the process of working with me. I hope maybe it's connected with you and given you something to think about. And of course, come and meet up with me. Ask me any questions. I would love to do that. All right. All right, Change Gang. I will meet you same time next week right here. Ciao. I hope today's episode was interesting to you in some way and fun. If so, hey, find someone to share it with. Maybe they need to hear it too, or maybe they'll just enjoy it. If you'd like, go ahead and grab my tips on supercharging your success. It includes a free short meditation to do just that. You can find that at bit.ly/supercharge your success. Until next time, happy day.